After previously gatekeeping casting from the ad-supported plan, Netflix has officially removed support for casting to most devices. Definitely not all, and some of the selection of them are weird, but to most devices. Oh boy.
On all plans.
I lost it. There it is. Netflix has quietly pushed an update with zero warning and only addressed the growing outrage by updating their help page after Android Authority broke the story about on December 1st. The not so long list of devices that's still allowed to cast from Netflix, but still only on the non-ad supported plan is the 3rd gen of Chromecast or older.
What? That's a weird choice.
This is what I meant. Yeah. Google Nest Hub Smart Display, which I believe is also old. Select cast-enabled Vizio TVs and select cast-enabled Compal TVs. Okay. The best guess that there's 2 different writers on this, so I'm not sure, but one of the writers was able to find was from Pillamod on Reddit, who said that casting was the last way to circumvent password sharing rules. Before, so long as your phone had connected to your home Wi-Fi within the last month, you could watch Netflix on any TV, including a friend's. Butters from the same thread had this guess. A big factor in Netflix price increases are sports broadcasts.
Oh.
The move is likely to make it more difficult to stream sports from their phones to large audiences in places like pubs, etc.
That's actually a super smart take. I would not have thought of that. That's like...
You think there's enough money
in sports?
In pubs having one Netflix subscription?
Well, no, because if you're at a commercial address, they can gate that. They can monitor that. Whereas if a consumer...
Is there a different price for that?
Probably. Actually, that's a good question.
I
literally don't know. It wouldn't surprise... Okay, whether they can gate it by address or by payment method or not, because I can tell you right now, a service can tell if you're paying on a corporate card.
Yeah, they definitely... they could do those things. I just don't know if they are.
If nothing else, they could definitely have different terms and conditions.
Sure.
And then they could penalize you if you are violating the terms and conditions. Hold on. So, yeah, Netflix... right. But there's also the acquisition in the background of this.
The Warner Brothers thing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, I feel like I got the pins.
The strings.
The pins and the strings. It's all coming together.
I'll keep going. Netflix told Wired that the real reason for the change is because not enough people use the feature, which they are not the only ones that are trying to push people to just use built into TV apps instead of casting. A lot of users say that is better. I think a lot of those users are kind of missing the point of that your TV is easy to deprecate, which I think we're getting into here in a second. But either way, we'll get there. As a totally unrelated note, you can still cast from Plex or Jellyfin, and casting to TVs from VLC has become a much better experience. Netflix also announced this morning...
That's not going to help you that much with sports, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Netflix also announced this morning that they are buying Warner Bros. For the total enterprise value of $82.7 billion. The transaction is expected to complete in Q3 2026. One of the notes here is LMAO. My favorite thing is that Netflix lists as beloved franchise The Big Bang Theory. That was said by Elijah.
I mean, I can tell you there are definitely people who beloved The Big Bang Theory.
There for sure are, actually.
My grandparents freaking love.
There's actually a ton of people that really like it, and that's also why it got a spin-off. I don't disagree with Elijah. I'm not necessarily the hugest fan or a fan at all, but
I don't think there's any benefit to putting our heads in the sand and going, I don't like this thing, therefore no one likes it.
Yeah, for sure a lot of people do.
Like I see that attitude so much, and it's like, okay, but no.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. You don't get to decide what other people like or don't like. You can disagree. 100%.
Yeah, I don't think it's good entertainment personally.
But you don't get to decide that other people do not love it.
There are a lot of fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Numbers is numbers, and math doesn't care what you think at all.
Jeremy said, "Holy, this should have been a headline topic." I mean, we didn't know about the Warner Brothers thing until after the show started.
We knew it was rumored. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was confirmed yet. Did that just get confirmed today?
Yeah.
Wow, what a bomb to drop! Like, what is going to be left of the entertainment industry?
I don't watch shows much. I have no idea.
Like, it's crazy. Like, it for a long time there, it was being propped up by, like, cable subscriptions, essentially. But those are dying.
Yeah.
So then, now what?
One of the worst things about this stuff is that these types of services tend to kill shows really fast.
Oh, I know. I just don't bother getting into a show anymore.
Yeah, like Big Bang Theory is still old TV. Like, it's not, we're talking something that ran for a really long time and then got spin-offs. I'd even argue, wasn't Breaking Bad old TV as well?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Game of Thrones was.
Yeah,
that was a service.
Well, that was cable. That was
cable? I thought that was like HBO.
Yeah, it was HBO.
Oh, that was cable. See, I don't do any of this. I'm not a TV guy.
Yeah, this is wild. So chat's like, yeah.
So what type of shows does Warner Brothers have?
It's going to be Disney versus Netflix. Like,
yeah,
Amazon's going to be in there somewhere just because, I don't know, they have enough money to buy the earth and all the heavens. Apple, unless they just stop being interested in it, I don't know. Apple's motivations in the whole traditional media space seem super hard to interpret at this point. Like, they'll do these sort of vanity, sort of crown jewel projects and stuff, and then I don't know, they don't really seem to go super mainstream because they're kind of locked down in terms of access to them, and so they don't really get that much buzz. And then I don't know, they just seem to be kind of spinning their wheels over there. Okay, so DC Comics is part of Warner Brothers IP.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Dang.
What else? What else is in there? I mean, Animaniacs, I assume. Harry Potter. Yeah, okay, Harry Potter's a big one. I mean, honestly, Harry Potter is probably, depending on how they play their cards, probably worth the cost of admission alone, just in terms of how much
people watch the new stuff.
Oh, dude, it's not even that. It's like the games,
just the volume of the games, frickin', that whatever that game was sold like crazy.
With that said,
I wanted to talk about it.
Like, I don't know what Rowling's take is though. So I don't know how profitable the Potterverse is compared to, you know, the IPs that they own outright.
Clue. How much does
the Lego film franchise apparently? That's I doubt that that's in perpetuity though. Like, I'm sure the Lego company gave themselves room to negotiate moving their IP to someone else if they really want to.
Feels like something.
Lord of the Rings, though. Okay, but the Lord of the Rings one is complicated because Warner Brothers owns the rights to, like, the Lord of the Rings, but then there was the whole thing with Amazon and that like Rings of Power show where, like, different parts of the timeline could maybe be licensed to someone else, and that whole thing was pretty complicated.
If they felt like completely redoing The Hobbit, that'd be pretty sick. Make it one movie instead of three.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
I'd be cool with just deleting that from memory.
Oh, it was so bad.
That'd be totally fine.
So bad.
Just one movie instead of three. Make it long. Have the extended edition be like 4 hours, sure. But just, yeah. The Lord of the Rings books, it was one movie per book. The Hobbit is a shorter book.
Toj
3 books.
Toj Kabi says it's really weird because there's a UK publisher that can sell Harry Potter books in the UK and Europe, but not in the USA because someone else owns the rights to sell it there. So who knows how this counts for J.K. Rowling? That's actually a really good point. In IP ownership and licensing, you can end up with really convoluted structures.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is built up at a time when it's not worth anything in many cases. And then the whole multi-billions and billions and billions of dollars empire thing comes later. So someone who got in early with a certain slice of rights might have negotiated a really good deal back when it wasn't worth anything, and that might end up needing to be grandfathered in and worked around. So the whole thing can get super complicated. And look, chat, your feelings on J.K. Rowling are sort of irrelevant here because we're talking about money.
Yeah.
And whether you like Harry Potter or you think he should have been a Slytherin or whatever, right, doesn't change that money. Like, dude, Yvonne and I were over in.
Okay, one sec. Lozerth or something in the Philippine chat said WB had distribution for the big movies, but Amazon bought the entire IP from the Tolkien family.
Okay, there you go then.
Assuming that's true, that lays things out a little bit.
Anyway, yeah, so we were over in London last year, Yvonne and I, and like we were just walking around, and there was this entire like store that was just Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Also,
it's a massive industry.
We were at Disneyland or was it Disneyland or Universal? I can't remember. Whichever one has like
that game. I constantly can't remember the name of it.
Legacy.
Yeah. It was one of the best selling games the year it came out. Just no one talked about it.
Yeah,
but it sold like crazy.
Sold like Billy-O.
Yeah.
So we're just talking about how much they paid for this acquisition.
Yeah.
And how much money they're likely to be able to make on it in the longer term. Netflix is gonna.
Someone said Netflix is worth 2.5 times Disney. It's nuts. Yeah, Disney's just getting raked by everyone right now, though. Like, and I said raked, just to be clear.
Didn't their last Pixar film just like tank?
And like their thing forever has been kids stuff, right? They get you interested at the beginning, and then they keep you interested forever.
But then the adults are super into like Disney stuff,
and Bluey is just dunking them, dude. On the like actually like kids shows end, Bluey's dunking on everybody. So yeah, Disney feels like they're falling behind a little bit. Disney just announced that they are re-showing Endgame in theaters.
What?
That's wild, actually.
That's kind of sad. You know what's really...
I don't hear anyone talk about the Marvel movies anymore, any of the new ones.
Oh, dude, no. Well, who cares?
No one cares at all.
Eternals just killed it for me.
I don't even know what that is.
So bad. It was just unwatchable.
Yeah.
They tried to introduce like 9 new characters.
Oh, boy.
None of it made any sense in like... And look, I guarantee you, I am not the most insufferable... but actually the canon person in your life. But I care that you care enough to at least make an attempt to help me with my suspension of disbelief here. Like that's what I care about.
Lord of the Rings movies had a bunch of stuff happen in it that didn't happen in the books,
but
it felt truthful to the books. It felt honest to the books,
and it was truthful to its own rules that it established.
Yeah.
So the issue with Eternals is that it basically took everything that had happened up until that point, which included like Endgame and stuff, like universe level annihilation shit, right? And was like, yeah, these guys, they're so powerful that they could have prevented it all, but they were sleeping. It's like, what are you even talking about? Like, that's so stupid.
That's just lame.
Don't disrespect me like that.
There's different, like, oh man, like I've heard about the Witcher show. I never watched it, but I heard that it was like very difficult to keep the showrunners like on lore.
Yeah,
I've heard that about a bunch of different things.
Well, it's because everyone has their own like ego, right?
Yeah.
And they want to put their own fingerprints on it.
But then with like Lord of the Rings, you hear about how the cast and the director and everyone would basically walk around set with the books. Yeah. And would just like constantly be reading and try to figure out what their character would do in different scenarios.
It's almost like you acquired the source material for a reason.
Yeah.
Right?
And like you don't have to stick to it perfectly. No. It's a movie. You have to change some things to keep pace up and do all these other kinds of things. But as long as you're like trying to do it justice, it's a completely different scenario.
Yeah. And to be clear, there are cases where dramatic changes can be made to the source IP and you can still end up with a great product.
Totally.
How to Train Your Dragon is the example I always come back to.
Yeah.
Okay, Toothless in the How to Train Your Dragon novels, okay, Toothless is like this big. And at the very beginning, the humans and dragons coexist, and the dragons are like basically have the role of like dogs in their universe.
Wasn't it like the author like supported the changes or whatever?
She helped.
Yeah, which is like that's also awesome.
But How to Train Your Dragon 1, which other than the main character being named Hiccup and his dragon being named Toothless and his dad being named Stoic, like other than names and that it was like Viking themed, has nothing to do with the first novel of How to Train Your Dragon, and it is a perfect movie. Literally perfect. I will go on record saying How to Train Your Dragon, the first animated film, is a perfect movie.
It's unfortunate that you have to say the first animated film.
I know, it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard life.
Yeah.
It's a hard life. Anyway, the point is that Kathleen Kennedy needs to go.
Yeah.
How is she still employed?
I have no idea, dude. It's so strange.
She squandered like the world's most recognizable IP.
I genuinely think like that mentality is why Disney's dying. Like that should have been so. The fact that the new Star Wars series was allowed to be made, even sort of in the way that it was made, must be a, I don't even know if it's fair to say microcosm of why Disney's dying in general. And the fact that is still allowed to continue is like, yeah, you guys are just screwed. Like that is, I don't know if leadership is just asleep or what's going on, but like,
who does she have pictures of and what animal are they fucking? That's what I need to know.
I wish they could have heard the uncensored version of that. I think that was probably funny anyways, but hearing that fully uncensored was great. Oh, man.
JH.com says, Mandalorian was great, though. I only watched the first season. It was great relative to what we'd been getting.
Yeah. I completely agree. I enjoyed it.
We were that desperate.
But a lot of watching it, I couldn't get the brain worm out. That was like, if the other stuff was like as good as it could have been, this would have been mediocre. I couldn't get that out of my head.
D. Hollinger says Kathleen Kennedy pushed for Andor, which is apparently good. I haven't watched it yet.
I've heard very good things about Andor.
And apparently the issues with Rise of Skywalker are known to be pushed by Bob Iger, not Kathleen Kennedy. Well then, oh my God, he's back too. What are they going to do?
She overlooked the renewed trilogy thing.
Yeah, that's
enough. I can appreciate that she's maybe, I don't know, done good things since then. That should have never been allowed to happen in the first place.
Who was responsible for Solo Story? Because that was pretty bad.
I have no idea.
Ugh. All right. Well, anyway, good luck, Netflix, with your new acquisition. I hope that you are good to us consumers whose wallets you milk for profit.
I was going to say, and they won't be.
I know.
Which was like proven by the beginning of this topic.